Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, the veteran, Ted Ginn. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Now Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Breeze now to throw. And Matthews has it right side. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Push him back. Push him back. Hey, let's go. Here we go. 5-9. Over. Check 3.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Ready. 5-8. Hey, easy. Keep going, boys, moving.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 48-yard line.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Mike is 59. Mike to 50. We're good. Mike 4. Ready. Hey, Steve 6. We're good. Hey, let's get this.
On 2nd and 12, Breeze. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, I'm going to run you over. Hey, easy. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Let's run. Ready, back.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
Hey, ball. Lock in.
They go play action. Trubisky looking deep for Gabriel. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Patrick Robinson.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check it back. Easy. Easy.
Coming left is Kamara. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
At the 32-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
21. 5.
Here's Breeze to throw. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. And this is
touchdown, Chicago! Taylor Gabriel, 43 yards. And the Bears are in for 6.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. He was looking for Matthews that time, and it's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Check nickel. 5-9.
Throwing now is Breeze. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
36.
Breeze now. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Break it down. 11. Check 52.
Again, it's Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Sammy!
Throwing again on second down. Breeze over the middle. It's Jared Cook. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Easy, opposite.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Clinton Dix making the safety blitz look easy. Zooms in for the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Ready? 5-9.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. To throw is Breeze. That's caught inside the 20. And that one results in 35 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Now Breeze into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Matthews, the intended target.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
At the 11-yard line.
Folks, 180! Watch the floor, watch the floor, watch the floor! Red, up! You go tight, you got tight. I want to work. He's crashing, he's checking crash.
They go play action with Trubisky. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Hits his target, it's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Trubisky. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to...
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
Loss of 6 yards. It's 2nd down.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
14.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up?
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Breeze now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Breeze looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 42 yards.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 22 yards there, a 1st down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They run it again with Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
It's 3rd and goal.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check 59. Mike is 59.
Now it's the backup, Bridgewater. He may try and run for the... Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
No problem there on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Shotgun now for Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Hey, check. 2 times. Five down. Stand up in.
A first down carry for Davis. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Move.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. 18.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Hey, alert. Check 99.
Now Trubisky. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Check. Crunch. Hey, 18.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And he's going to go down again. Sheldon Rankins. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Breeze now to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Sammy! I'm coming for you, son.
On third and long, it's Breeze. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
18. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, 37 yards. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point safely through, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Sammy! Hey, easy. Opposite.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Khalil Mack able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
You're good. I fool. Ready.
To throw, it's Breeze. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Khalil Mack bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check, 47. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And an alley to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Well, that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. A 12-yard touchdown grab, and the Bears will add on to their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.